In this video, we're going to go over some basic Linux commands so that in case as a developer you are stuck in a command line or terminal view for editing any data information possibly on a server, likely you'll be stuck in that view because most of the times they don't have a GUI interface. So let's go ahead, let's continue. Go up and open up your terminal view. So you can do this by clicking on the icon up here and then finding terminal or typing in terminal. If you're on a lightweight edition such as Ubuntu or something along the ways of Fedora's Light Edition or FXDE, you'll likely have a start button down on the bottom left here instead, where you can click on that and it should be under one of those subdirectories. Look for either terminal or LXDE. It'll be around that. It'll look like a terminal window. All you got to make sure is you're in the command line terminal view. So go ahead, open up your terminal window, and then what you'll want to do is the first command, the most important to know what you have in your directory. So it says, okay, this is my directory, this is who I am, I'm on a virtual machine. What's in there? Type in the letters ls and press enter. That means list all the files in the current directory. That's something you're going to want to remember. It's the easiest command. Now, to go above and beyond that, to look into like a detailed view, we could type ls space L. And that basically means show everything in a detailed view. What about this? The right properties, who owns this, who has right privileges to it, when it was created, the existence of it, and everything. Another command you can do with the ls is to type ls-a. And what this does is this shows us, not in a detailed view, but the standard view, all files. So if we look up at ls up here, we notice that there's about the desktop, downloads, music, public video, documents, example.desktop, pictures, and templates. But when we typed a, we see all these other files. So files that start with a dot usually are hidden. So if you ever want to hide a file in Linux, you put a dot in front of it and it will hide it from your standard searches, unless you do like specialty searches. Alright, so that's your standard list commands. Now if you're worried about memorizing this and you have to go over it a bunch of times, I will provide a link to two effective sites that are pretty much the top ranking sites in knowing how to use Linux commands. The next one we want to do is let's go ahead and let's clear this out. So in the command line for DOS environment for a Windows, you would normally type CLS and that would clear it out. But for Linux, we type the word clear and press enter, and that'll clear it up for us. Does it completely clear it? No. If you notice on the right here, I have a scroll wheel, so I can actually go back up. All it's done is given us a bunch of white space, so we don't have to look at our past data, but we can always scroll back up to see what that is. Another shortcut I want to cover is using the arrow keys. So if I use the arrow keys up and down, it'll provide the previous command. So it'll keep going back and back and back until I found it. So clear, LSA, whatever it is I've done. Okay. The next thing we want to do is let's go ahead and let's list our directories. Let's go ahead and let's change to our documents. So to do that, we're going to type cd space, start typing DOC, and then press tab on your keyboard. This will do an autofill, so tab will always help with autofill. It doesn't just do directories, it also does file names, so it's really easy. But if, say, I was on the desktop and I just typed D, it would go, what are you talking about? You have desktop. Or sorry, if we are in our current directory, if I type CD and then it's case sensitive D, and I press tab, it goes, I don't know what you mean. You have a desktop, you have downloads, you have documents. What is it you mean? So as I start typing, I'm like, I want documents, DO. What do you give me? It says, no, I don't understand. I want downloads or documents. Which ones do you want? So I have to make sure to provide another character and then press tab. And it confirms it. And so we press enter and it now changes our directory. If we notice up in the window, it also, or the top title, it tells us that we're in our documents, confirms we're in our documents. If I type ls again, it confirms that we're within here. The next command I want to go over, this is going to probably be about a 10-minute video, is the mkdir, which is make directory. So let's go ahead and let's type mkdir, and then let's name a directory, and we're going to call it test. So now if I do ls within here, it'll show that in blue, because it's nice highlighting for this, the syntax highlighting that blue defines a folder name, whereas white defines an editable file. So now we have test. Let's go ahead, let's change directory and go into test. Excellent. So now we're in here. There's nothing in there. And then let's go ahead and let's use the clear command to clear it out. Alright. Next, let's say we want to go home. Let's say we're like 3 levels, 4 levels, 5 levels deep. We're in a completely different directory, but we want to go to our home directory. We can simply do this by typing change directory and then pressing up in the top left of your keyboard. I believe it's called the tilde, and you have to usually push the shift key and then whatever the accent key is, and it'll give you that, and that means go home. You can also do the following, where you go change directory tilde, which defines home. So if I'm in, like I said, if I'm on the desktop, let's go ahead and let's do that. Let's change the directory to the desktop. And then let's say we want to go back into our test directory, but we don't want to do it the old school way, which would be change directory ... Now if you're used to the command line in Windows, you would normally do the ... right after that, but for Linux it is ... or it's change directory space ... and then press enter, and that would take us home. I'm going to jump back into desktop, and then like I said, let's jump into the test directory. So we would go change directory home. That says starting from the home, where do you want to search? /, and then we can start doing, if we've done this right, it'll autofill as it's done. And here we are, we're back in the test directory. Okay, let's do one more test. Let's go ahead and let's create a test directory, or a test2, in the documents directory using the command we just learned. So instead of change directory, we're going to go mkdir, and then we're going to say from the home we want to go into documents, and then we want to create the directory test2. And now if we change our directory and we go up one root, or up one level back up to documents, we can now check and notice that we have both test and test2. And the reason why I did this is so that we can move into our next command. So let's go ahead and let's jump into test2. I'm going to clear this out, and then what we're going to learn is we're going to use the command touch. So what touch allows us to do is we type touch and then a file name with the file extension, or you don't have to put a file extension. But touch allows us to create an empty file. So we can say something like touch touch, and then say app.js. If I do ls, it now says I have app.js. But wait, I made a mistake. I wanted to actually put app.js in test, not test2. So to do that, we use the mv command. So we're going to say mv, which means move. It can also mean another command as well, which I will show you in a second. So mv, and we want to move app.js to So if we list it now, oh, it's not there. Okay, so change directory. And app.js has been moved. Excellent, right? All right. So let's say I've made a mistake again, and I didn't want to call the file app.js. I can say mv app.js, and then after that I can actually rename it from here. I could have also done it when I did the move and called it app2.js. So we'll do, instead I'll call it, I meant to actually call this main.c. So if I ls, we now have main.c. Go around and play with that before you continue on. It's something you need to practice while getting this down. It's not hard to get it down, but it's something you really want to practice and understand how to move directories, change files, manipulate them, and create them. A wonderful thing we can actually also do is, let me change the directory quickly, and then let's create a new directory as we also create a new file. So if I do mkdir, and we're going to call this test3, I can then add a semicolon to end my statement, and then on the same line I can say yeah, it is the best thing actually to use the tilde if you want an exact path. I knew exactly the folder name because I was creating it there, but I could have done it like we had done previously, where we do the directory of home, the documents, test3, but you'll have to type it because it won't recognize. You can't do the tab in this case for test3 because we're creating the directory right there and then on the spot. So let's change the directory to test3, do an ls, and so see what we have. We have app.js in there now. So let's go ahead and let's clear this out. Okay, so I paused the video real quick and I modified app.js to have the words hello world. Yes, the standard hello world output. I'll show you in a second how to do that as well, but the last command I want to show you in Linux for the standard is the cat command. You can do many things with the cat command, cat, but for this example we're just going to be using it so that we can actually see what's inside of a document. So if we type cat, or if I type cat, yours will likely be empty, app.js, notice it outputs the word, or the words hello world, whatever is in the document itself. You can also do cat less and then the file name, or you can do more. And less basically will show you if you have a long document it in small sections. More will do it in more sections, and to scroll through it usually the hotkey is a spacebar or whatever the hotkey is set on yours. It'll tell you what to press. You can also push Control-C to end whatever it is you're doing. And that's the basic commands of what you need to know for Linux to get started with the command line.